Hi, and welcome to this week's Down to Biz with Ash and Jeff.
This week we're talking archetypes. Now, archetypes help marketers and brand managers solve that age-old question of what's my personality? What do I need to stand for my customers? Now, archetypes can really help us. They were distinguished but not invented by Carl Jung. Now, he did some research, and what he found was that all societies and all cultures were using archetypes as characters within stories. Now, the stories were handed down from generation to generation to capture the knowledge. Now, it didn't matter what society you were in, the same characters kept on popping up. So whether it was a Sapper Hill tribe or whether it was the characters in Star Wars, the same characters anywhere between sort of 8 and 16 kept on popping up time and time again. Now, the opportunity for that means that if as a brand you can actually attach yourself to an archetype, your audience already ingrained within them relate to this character. They know how to deal with it, and therefore you're stored, remembered, and related to so much better.
There's a distinction here between stereotypes and archetypes. Stereotypes are narrowly defined, they change over time, and they might be culturally specific or relevant to just one small audience. Take sensitive new age guys. That used to be a derogatory thing that we talked about guys that were perhaps a bit too feminine. Now being a metrosexual is in. On the other hand, we've got archetypes, which are rooted in universal and eternal truths, and they've been used by humans over the times to communicate stories. Brands can use these to communicate their stories, and because each human identifies with them so strongly, it means we don't need to communicate nearly as much. We simply act in a way that an archetype we're already familiar with would act, and it communicates so much more.
Just as an example, you might see different brands having the same archetype. For example, Virgin, a classic hero. They go into different categories and challenge the wrongs. David slaying Goliath wherever he sleeps. Now, even though that's relevant for Virgin, it might also be relevant to the cleaning product, Domestos. Both two different categories, same archetype.
That's all we've got time for this week, folks, but next week we'll take you through the full set of archetypes and we'll explain all of them with relevant brand examples.